Here's an AMI This Week shortcut with Beth Deer. Birthing blind.
Preparing for a new family member that isn't a dog is completely new to me. So thank goodness for Victoria Nolan and all her experiences that she's prepared to share with me, including everything I'm going to need to get ready before my baby gets back from the hospital.
Yeah, I think there's quite an extensive list of things. I think obviously it's going to be personal to each family, what you want to have ready. I would say the big thing is, though, there's going to be so many new items in your home. I would make sure as you're bringing stuff in that you have a way to label them, either if that's by Braille or, just tactile markings, or have Seeing AI handy so you know what everything is, because a lot of stuff is going to pile up.
I love Seeing AI. I find it so helpful.
Yeah, I think that's a big one, especially because a lot of the time it's going to take us time to figure out things. And when you have a screaming or a fussing baby, it puts a lot of pressure on you. So I think Seeing AI is just a quick way to get the answer. Like, of course, we can figure it out by feeling, but sometimes the quicker you can get the answer, the better.
For sure. So what essentials do you think I need to have ready for when the baby comes?
Well, definitely I would get how you're going to transport baby around. You obviously have to have that to get them home from the hospital. Whatever you're going to need, if you need bottles, whatever you're going to need for feeding, that kind of thing. But for comfort, I definitely would recommend a rocking chair or some kind of comfortable chair, because you're going to be spending a lot of time cuddling with baby. And I tried to do without, and it was a big mistake. So even if you can borrow one, I think that is definitely essential.
Okay, so when baby does arrive, one thing I'm a bit worried about is poo, and how am I going to do a proper cleaning when I'm not able to see how bad the damage is?
Well, you're going to have to be really thorough in how you clean. Like every time you clean your baby, you're just going to have to clean everything. And fortunately or unfortunately, you can feel the poop. You'll be able to tell just by touching your baby if you got everything. So yeah, you won't miss it. You'll know when your baby's clean.
I think I am definitely going to need to get a good hand soap. So babies don't really do much to begin with, but it is obviously important to keep them stimulated. So how do I do that for the first few months?
Well, so much of play at that time is touch and hearing, right? So the toys that they have will make noise. You can, grab their feet. Like, it's just very simple, touching and listening to things that you can experience with them.
One thing I would like to experience with my baby is reading to her. Did you read to your kids? And if so, how did you do it?
I still had enough vision. When I had my kids, I had enough vision to still read to them. I started right away. Like, I would have a whole bedtime routine with them, with like bath time, read them a story, and then we'd have music. It was a whole thing. It's possible. I mean, for the very early ones, you could easily memorize it. I think you can also get a lot of audiobooks free for kids. So that's another way to do it. You guys could have the physical book with you and then are reading it along with the voice, from the audiobook.
That is an awesome idea, and I'm definitely going to try that. So kind of switching topics a little bit, do you think there's any advantages to being a visually impaired parent?
So taking away the visual element, I think you have to put a lot more attention into your baby in other ways, right? So you're going to be touching them a lot, really listening to them for their communication. Like I said before, I think touch is so important for their development and their learning. And I think as someone with vision loss, you're going to be giving that to them much more than someone who's sighted.
I love that. Thanks, Victoria.